I'd like to call this Barnegat Board of Education meeting to order, please.
The notice of this meeting has been forwarded to the Asbury Park Press, the Beacon, and placed in the foyer of each Barnegat Township School and the Barnegat Township Municipal Building, and has been filed with the Barnegat Township Municipal Clerk in conjunction with the Open Public Meeting Act, NJSA 10-4-10.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Here.
Ms. Contananza?
I see her.
Ms. Contananza? I know.
Is she raising her hand, maybe?
She's on the screen.
She's on the screen.
Yeah.
She can hear.
We tested it, she was fine.
Actually, maybe that's not her. Maybe that's Regina.
Can you hear us?
Doreen, can you hear us? Can you hear us?
We could hear her, we tested it before the meeting.
Yeah, we did. Hello?
Sing a song, Doreen, till we can hear you.
And she's not on mute, right? You know what, see if Regina, we can hear Regina, just to make sure it's not her. Regina, can you just say something?
You there, Regina?
Yeah, they're both on there. Yeah.
It's getting audio. Getting audio, but it's not playing. Just see if you're getting any speakers.
Did they hear you, Regina?
Okay.
Now we can hear you.
Somebody else move the alarm? Yeah.
I don't think they can hear either of us.
Now we can.
We can hear you now,
Now we can.
Oh,
so be careful.
All right, so Ms. Contananza.
I'm here.
All right, Ms. Jeannie.
Thank you.
Ms. Jeannie.
Here.
Mr. Hearn.
Here.
Ms. Miska.
Here.
Ms. Tarnowski.
Here.
Ms. Washburn.
Here.
And Mr. Sarno.
Here?
We have a quorum.
Thank you.
Mr.
Please.
Fedor, I'm here as well, too.
Yeah.
Door 6.
Mr. Fedorzik, thank you.
Please join us for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. Item 5 on our agenda is approval of the agenda. I believe approval of the agenda as it stands. Can I get a motion for that, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney.
Yes.
Ms. Contananza.
Yes.
Okay.
We got her.
Mr. Fedorzik.
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie.
Yes.
Mr. Hearn.
Abstain as I was not here.
Ms. Miska.
Abstain as I was not here.
Ms. Tarnowski.
Yes.
Ms. Washburn.
Yes.
Mr. Sarno.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 6 on our agenda is approval of minutes and or additions. We have number 1 and 2. A motion to approve those two, please.
So moved.
Second.
Oh, that was.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney.
Yes.
Ms. Contananza.
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik.
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie.
Yes.
Mr. Hearn.
That's the approval of minutes.
Yes.
That's the one I abstained to because I was not here.
Ms. Miska.
Okay, then same thing. I was confused because I was thrown from the before. So yeah, same thing.
Ms. Tarnowski.
Yes.
Ms. Washburn.
Yes.
Mr. Sarno.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. I'll turn it over to Dr. Lawless.
All right, we are going to transition into the upstanders, so I'd like to invite Ms. Camerata, Mr. McGee, Mr. Fiorentino up to the mic.
Hello, everyone. The Upstander program is a wonderful opportunity to recognize and celebrate students district-wide who demonstrate a specific Bengal Pride trait. These traits continue to enhance the positive climate in our schools and support the growth and success of our students both at home and at school. This month, our students exemplified effort for the E in Bengal Pride. Their hard work, perseverance, and determination to give their best effort each day inspire those around them and help make our schools places where everyone can learn and grow. When you hear your name, please come forward and join Board President Mr. Sarno and Superintendent Dr. Latwis to receive your plaque. First, we have from Barnegat High School, Alexandra Soden. Alexandra exemplifies the true meaning of effort through her dedication, curiosity, and determination to always give her best. In the classroom, she goes beyond simply completing assignments. She seeks genuine understanding, asks thoughtful questions, and approaches every challenge with focus and determination. Her strong work ethic and intellectual curiosity continually elevate the learning environment for those around her. As captain of the lacrosse team and co-captain of our student blackout, Alexandra leads by example, consistently giving 110% both on and off the field. She works tirelessly to improve her skills outside her athletic seasons and brings the same level of commitment to building school spirit and positive climate. Her peers and teachers alike admire her dependability, leadership, and kindness. Alexandra's unwavering effort, whether in academics, athletics, or community involvement, makes her an inspiring role model and a truly deserving recipient of the Upstander for Effort recognition. Congratulations, Alexandra. And I'm actually going to pause our presentation for a minute and invite Mr. McGee to speak.
Thank you, Ms. Camerata. Right now, I want to take a quick pause to also recognize another high school student, Barnegat High School student Adam Abu Halima, for an incredible character, integrity. Adam recently, for those of you who don't know, found a lost purse on Knowledge Drive, went out of his way to return it to its owner. He even stopped back later to the house to make sure that they knew it was safe on the porch. What makes this story a little more meaningful for me, and I appreciate Dr. Latwis allowing me to speak, is that the person who lost the purse, Miss Walsh, happens to be a co-teacher with my wife in Jackson School District. So as you can imagine, I got a call right away that evening trying to identify this amazing young man who had gone above and beyond. Adam's actions represent what it truly means to be a Barnegat High School student, showing kindness, honesty, care for others, even when no one else is watching. He's a reminder of the positive impact our students can have every day, both in our classrooms and beyond. Congratulations, Adam.
No, we are too. Okay, continuing on. Sorry, Mr. West. Okay, next is Ariana Messina from Russell Breckman Middle School. Ariana consistently exemplifies the character trait of effort in everything she does. She is often one of the first to begin assignments and regularly asks insightful questions to deepen her understanding. Her commitment to learning is evident every day. Ariana also goes above and beyond by supporting classmates when they struggle, demonstrating both initiation and compassion. Her strong work ethic and willingness to help others make her a truly outstanding student. Congratulations, Ariana. Next from RLHS, we have Kendra Lustig. Kendra truly deserves the Upstander Award because of her remarkable effort in everything she does. She is a sweet and kind student who approaches every subject with determination and a positive attitude. No matter the challenge, Kendra always tries her best and never gives up. She participates in class and works hard to improve every day. Kendra's consistent hard work and willingness to keep trying make her a perfect example of an Upstander. Congratulations, Kendra. Next, from the Donahue School, we have Logan Blasco. Logan did tell us he had a sporting event, so I'll just read his blurb. Logan is a shining example of what it means to give your best every single day. He is always the first to get started on his work, approaching every task with focus, determination, and 100% effort. He consistently contributes and puts forth his best effort. Logan is always willing to help students who are struggling in math so that they can be successful as well. We feel he is a great example of how hard work pays off. Congratulations, Logan. Next, from the Collins School, we have Giovanni Bruno. Giovanni is an exceptional role model in our class, consistently putting his full effort into every task he is given. He always gives 100% and often asks teachers and staff for extra worksheets to further practice and strengthen his skills. Giovanni takes pride in dedication he shows towards his education. Beyond his own work, he makes a meaningful effort to ensure that his classmates feel celebrated, valued, and included. Overall, Giovanni demonstrates an extraordinary commitment to school in every way. He is truly deserving of this month's award. Congratulations, Giovanni. From the Dunphy School, we have Lila Sanders. Lila is being nominated for showing wonderful effort in making new friends and joining in play with others. Her positive attitude and determination to keep trying, even when things feel tricky, highlight how much she is growing. Lila is a kind friend and a shining example of what it means to put forth effort and care in our classroom community. Congratulations, Lila. And Bunny. And from the ACES program, we have Kyler Donaldson. Kyler consistently gives his very best in both academics and daily activities. He approaches his schoolwork with care and focus, ensuring everything he completes is done to the best of his ability. Kyler pays attention to detail when working on craft activities, one of his great passions. He independently puts effort into his social interactions with peers and is always lending a helping hand. Keep up the great work, Kyler. Say cheese. Great job. And then I'd like to invite Mr. Fiorentino up.
Thank you. We have a very special staff member to recognize tonight. Kirsten Cialo, she works with Tom Durlak at the high school in our work-based learning program. That's for our 18 to 21-year-old program. And she has been recognized this year numerous times in numerous manners. One of the ones I most would like to recognize is she recently was just recognized as the Transition Educator of the Year by the New Jersey American Association of People Supporting Employment. In addition to that, she has done a tremendous job with our work-based learning program, getting over 70 in the community, over 70 employers to take in our students in our 18 to 21-year-old program, and she continues to advocate for them all the time and look for different opportunities to meet their unique needs and further their learning and their experiences to prepare them in the workforce. Done an amazing job, and you epitomize what it means to be a teacher. Congratulations.
Look, Kyler, look at me. Kyler. Good job, buddy. Great. Thank you, everyone.
See that plaque, baby.
Good job, Scooby.
Everybody up here is a word. Running up there. Right.
Showing off those athletic skills.
All right. Jump onto the representative, I guess. I'll wait till you're all good.
Thank you.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations.
All right, the next item on our agenda is our student representative. Each month, the high school representative comes and discuss what's happening in the district. So again, Ms. Kaylee Jansen, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Kaylee Jansen, and I am a senior at Barnegat High School, and I have the privilege of representing Barnegat's entire student body. I'd like to start the night off by thanking our board for their speedy solution for schooling at the high school after Friday's fire. Virtual schooling seemed to go relatively smoothly today. Though I thought we'd never go virtual again, it was a smart move. Yesterday was trunk or treat at Donahue. Many of the high school clubs participated in making cars, as well as the PTA. It seemed to be a good turnout. There were lots of spooky costumes, and a ton of candy was handed out. The high school's fall sports are coming to an end. They seem to have a relatively great season for all our sports, with lots of wins taken home. Our winter sports should be starting up within the next 2 weeks after fall break. Speaking of sports, I'd like to shout out the marching band and color guard for their amazing season. They did fantastic at States, which was held here at Barnegat High School. They placed second overall. Great job, marching Bengals. The student advisory team had a meeting on October 21st. We had discussed many different topics to try and create a better environment for the students and hear out concerns they may have. One main topic of the meeting was communication with things going on around the school. An example would be like how school was going to be handled this week. I've noticed a big change with information, seeing reminders in emails and messages. I'd like to thank Mr. McGee for taking action immediately and improving on announcements. That's all from me. I hope everyone has an amazing Halloween and a great break. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Item 9 on our agenda is the Barnegat Education Association liaison. I do not believe she couldn't make it tonight, so we'll skip that. Item 10 is our state New Jersey School Board's representative. Is there anything on that or no?
I just have that our next scheduled hybrid meeting is December 4th at Central High School at 6 o'clock.
All right. And anything on 11, Ocean County?
That's for county.
All right. All right, item 12 on our agenda is committee reports. Each month, the chairperson of each committee gives a report out on what is happening in their committee. And we will start off with Finance Committee. Are you there, Ms. Tarnowski? Ms. Tarnowski is the chairperson.
Yeah, I'm here. Finance met.
I think she's talking, but
Is she talking?
yeah.
Oh, we can't hold you. We can't hear you, Regina. Hold on. Wait. Now can you talk?
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Okay. I apologize for not being able to be there as I am under the weather and didn't want to risk anyone getting sick right before break. So finance met on October 15th. The board discussed various different line items on both payroll and bills lists, mostly clarifying different timelines for billing and payout and terminology for some members. You'll see under donations our wonderful BE PTAs taking care of our wonderful teachers at Collins with a replacement faculty room refrigerator. And because we are on track for our startup of boys and girls lacrosse at Brackman Middle School, we are accepting a donation from Barnegat Rec Lacrosse Program to help kick off our inaugural season. So thank you to both those organizations for your generosity. The business administrator explained how title funds are used and distributed throughout the district, and our next meeting will be November 19th. Everyone have a great November break.
Thank you, Ms. Tarnowski. Next up is Athletics Committee, and Chairperson Mr. Fedorczyk.
Good evening. The Athletic Committee met on October 13th. All assigned board members for the committee were present. Ms. Tarnowski sat in as a guest. You'll see on tonight's agenda, there'll be 7 kind of like personnel motions for coaching appointments and rescissions, or, rescinding of appointments due to resignations. There's 7 related to track and field, 2 related to cheerleading. There's a couple additional appointments for bowling and lacrosse. A couple volunteer appointments, deals with winter track and wrestling. We'll see a motion on here for disposal of old stained cheerleading uniforms, 0 value. Some of the items that we talked about for student activities and trips, you'll see a motion to approve the boys and girls swim team to attend the Ramapo versus William Patterson swim meet on Tuesday, January 27th at 6 p.m. There'll be no cost to the district other than transportation. And if I remember correctly, in our discussion, we have former students on those swim teams, so it'll be good for...
And you have an alumni that went to William Patterson.
Fair enough. So, good opportunity for them. We'll also see a motion on here to approve the marching band to attend the Music in the Parks performance at Hershey Park. That's Saturday, May 2nd. There'll be no cost to the district other than transportation. There'll be another motion here just to approve a date change for the home color guard show. It was previously approved back in May, but that is being changed from March 21st to March 22nd. Some items that we talked about, the standing item, we're always speaking with Mr. Germano, reviewing and discussing, athletic program operations. It's just really just general discussion on how we can improve, where we can do things better, where we can sustain. Another item that we spoke about was the Athletic Hall of Fame. One, I want to congratulate everybody who was inducted in our inaugural class. They were honored at the halftime of the football game on October 17th. And then the following night on Saturday, we actually had a dinner. I believe, Mr. Germano, it was all paid by the booster, correct? So it's a really good initiative that's been in discussions. I know Mr. Sarno, you've been talking with Mr. Germano for years about it. We finally got it through, but it was a great event. Mr. Germano, what I can say is you set the bar high for the first event. So good luck. I look forward to that moving on. We spoke about the girls flag football initiative. We had approved Mr. Petruzzi as the head coach back in the spring. That's going to go live about mid-March. So looking forward to bringing on a new, athletic endeavor here. We spoke about the middle school lacrosse program. What you'll see, at least in the notes for us, we forwarded over to Finance Committee. Barnegat Rec Lacrosse program, unfortunately, shut its doors. But they had some money left over, and it was donated to our program to help stand up the middle school program. So we'd like to thank them for that. We just went over the fall sports season. That's it for my report, but I do have 2 observations that I'd like to share for the good of the order, good of the district, really. First observation came Coach's Cup a few weeks ago for girls soccer. I happened to be up in the press box with Mr. Germano, and just as the game was getting ready to start, the national anthem kicks off, and as you can imagine, being up in the crow's nest up there, you get a good view of the whole campus. And I stopped for a second. I looked at Mr. Germano and I pointed out, I go, check that out. And you can see across the entire field, I think it was JV football just had a game and they were just finishing. Both Barnegat and whomever their opponent was stopped still in their tracks, everybody hand on the heart, and it was just like that all the way around the campus. I bring it up because in times right now of constant turmoil just all over the place, it was just really good to see the campus come together even for a brief minute. You don't see that in a lot of places. So it's great to have that mentorship, whether they chose to do it on their own or the coaches said, hey, this is what we need to do, but it was even beyond just the team, the teams there. So it's just a really good observation. The other one this past Friday, and I don't want to get into it too deep because I'm sure Dr. Lackwis and Mr. Sarna are going to have some comments on it, but as we're aware, we had an incident here at the high school. I happened to be up at the football fields that night, kind of walked into it a little bit after. It was pretty chaotic getting in here, but I just want to say, like, the staff that night, specifically up at the football field, and just even around campus, I just did a phenomenal job. I'm going to name a few, not going to be able to name them all, because there were certainly many folks involved in this, but Mr. Germano for one, Ms. Shearer, Mr. Petruzzi, Dan McGrath and his band, Joe Falcone and ROTC, the dance and cheerleading coaches, maintenance and ground. What we didn't realize at the time is there was almost like a mini Armageddon going on in Barnegat. There were multiple incidents that spread our first responders pretty thin, one of them being a pretty significant vehicle turnover. It impacted getting to the campus, and I bring it up because it also happened to be senior night for roughly about 24 of our seniors. And their calm, their professionalism allowed these students to be honored the way they should have been. Again, I'm proud to be here. I grew up in Barnegat. It's very easy to poke holes in the school system. I was one of the ones who used to sit there. Now I sit up here, try to be part of the solution instead of the problem, or at least identifying problems. But I just want to thank them all. And like I said, I'm sure you'll have more to add to that. But it was a phenomenal night. Right on down to opening up the Donahue School. So this way Keyport had a place that they can go to during halftime. Just phenomenal all around. So that concludes my...
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fedorczyk. Next up is Buildings, Grounds, Transportation, and Food Services. And committee chairperson is Ms. Washburn.
The Buildings and Grounds, Transportation, and Food Service Committee met on October 13th. NutriServe reported strong progress with 600 daily lunches at BHS, new menu items, and upcoming smoothie stations at some of our schools. Facilities discussed aging HVAC units needing replacement, current repair efforts, and a pending long-range facility plan awaiting state portal access. Transportation reported routes, seating charts, and evacuation drills completed, continued driver recruitment, and a stable out-of-district budget. We have two motions on our agenda tonight, one for facility usage and one for bus evacuation drills. And our next meeting is scheduled for November 7th at 10 a.m. Just one additional semi-related, unrelated note. We certainly needed them this last week, so thank you to all of our first responders on National First Responder Day. We certainly appreciate all the work that you've put into all of Barnegat the last week. That's all I got.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Washburn. Next up is Education Committee, and chairperson is Mrs. Cherney.
Thank you, Mr. Sarno. The Education Committee met on October 14th to review upcoming programs, classroom initiatives, and events happening in the district. You'll see on tonight's agenda our usual motions for consideration: work-based learning, community-based instruction, college university placements, continuing education requests, and field trips. The district will be updating its prevention curriculum through the Ocean County Health Department, replacing the current EDU with 3 new programs: Drug Code, Escaping Vaping, and Oh, the Places You'll Go. The committee also discussed Career Day. Students will complete a writing activity about a career that interests them, connecting with their ELA curriculum. Planning is ongoing, and staff and board are working to make it a true success. Zoom meeting tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Also, we'd like to thank the Barnegat Elementary PTA for their recent ACES trip. I personally received positive feedback from an individual who saw students at the zoo and said the staff were amazing with the kids. That was really exciting to hear that from somebody that was not in our district. So congratulations to everyone with that. ACES began the Reading Buddies program and has a new therapy dog rider. October 27th is the district's trunk or treat, and there are also 2 parades for Cecil Collins and the ACES program. October 29th is the next ACES Parent Advisory Committee meeting, and the district team and several board members attended the NGSBA Workshop 2025, where they had a lot of training for admin and staff. It was really amazing, lots to learn. And we have to congratulate also our Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Jim Barbieri, who was one of the presenters, and he presented on cross-county collaboration, and he did a great job. So our next meeting will be November 18th at 8:30 a.m.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Cherney. Next up is Governance Committee, and Chairperson is Ms. Continenza.
Mr. Sarno, we didn't have a meeting this month.
Okay, so just stay there, because our Health, Safety, Technology Committee is also chaired by Ms. Continenza.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sarno. Health, Safety, and Technology met on October 16th. We had a security update was given to the committee by the security coordinator. The Safety Committee, the board members had an update, the committee members. We had a discussion and questions relating to the September 26th Safety Committee minutes. The nursing update discussion was about the emergency response teams, and also had an update on the anti-choking devices. Tim Irons Agency will be providing CPR and anti-choking device training, tentatively scheduled for November. The technology update, the NJSLA/NJGPA testing uploads were complete, and there was an update to the committee on the tech department, providing another layer of security along with a new spam filter. Our next meeting will be November 20th. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Continenza. Next up is Personnel Committee, and I'm chairperson of that. This month we discussed, as you see on the agenda, we have 2 retirements, and I'll kind of go over those. We have Ms. Bonnie Harris. Bonnie has worked in the Barnegat School District for the past 28 years. Bonnie began working as a substitute teacher, covering multiple leave of absences vacancies from May of 1994 through February of 1998. Bonnie became a full-time teacher on February 9th, 1998. Bonnie was a computer teacher and a science teacher throughout her years in Barnegat. Bonnie was also an advisor with leaders in training at both Russell Brackman Middle School and Robert Horbelt School from 2008 to 2013. On behalf of the Board of Education, we appreciate and thank you for your 28 years of dedication to our students and community. And also you had Miss Kathleen Wallington. Kathleen has worked at Barnegat School District for the past 4 years. She began working as a full-time paraprofessional from November 2021. Kathleen was a full-time paraprofessional at the Lillian Dunphy School during the first year, and then transferred to Barnegat High School at September of 2022. So again, also, thank you very much for your years of service to our students and to our community. We greatly appreciate it. Also on our agenda, you'll see we discussed hiring of part-time paraprofessionals, bus driver, a school nurse, a special ed ELA teacher for the Brackman School. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that stands out. Other activities, morning drop-off, recovery program, chaperones, and that is about it. Our meeting was actually October 13th, and our next meeting will be November 17th. So with that, we'll move on to our Special Education ACES Committee, which is chaired by Mr. Fedorsik.
All right, I'll be quick with this one. The committee met on October 13th. All board members on the committee were present. Old business and just discussions. A little bit more conversation about the courtyard. Ms. Fiorentino reported to us that, plywood outlines for the courtyard project are currently being worked on through maintenance. Teachers are contributing additional artwork to the project. The anticipated completion date right now is sometime in November. ACES sign, there was new building signage has been installed and mounted above the main entrance. It's received some positive feedback so far. Additionally, there was another sign installed into the interior of the building, again designating the space for our ACES students. Strategic planning has been set for October 30th at 6 p.m. It's this Thursday night. The location is the Barnegat High School. Under new business, Mr. Fiorentino noted that the ACES newsletter is distributed weekly by a supervisor of special education. Copies are provided to parents both virtually and in print. It will begin being posted to the Facebook page to increase accessibility and engagement. So looking forward to seeing more of those. Ms. Cherney just mentioned that the Parent Advisory Committee for ACES is scheduled for October 29th. It's tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. in the Russell O. Brackman Middle School. That date was included, should have been included in the upcoming newsletter. ACES recently participated in their first PTA-sponsored class trip to Storybook Land. The event was very well received, with both students and staff reporting a positive and enjoyable experience. From our understanding, some parents were even able to get down there and kind of spend time with their students in the environment. So really good to see that happen, and just want to thank the PTA for their support with that. Some upcoming events, there will be trunk or treating and pumpkin decorating events at Russell Brackman Middle School for the ACES student on the 31st. Our next meeting is scheduled for November 17th. At some point, Mr. Arnold will look at it, see when we can move away from it, but I know we got a little bit more to go. So that concludes my report.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dorsick. Item 13 on our agenda is a report on the board self-evaluation that we do each year and our goals. I'll go through that, kind of go through each category, report it out to the public, as we should. So I'll go through each, I guess, category, how they do it. Each category is board members get to rate ourselves, the board, our interaction, community, staff, everything that we do as a board. So it breaks it down, and you get to rank everything from a 0, not observed, to a 4, which is exemplary. So item number 1 is vision, mission, goals, where it says our board is committed to a shared vision of our district's future, its mission and goals to move our district forward that are focused on student achievement, guide district strategies, and reflect community values. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas to consider: revisits, reaffirms the visions, considers our vision missions, demonstrates through our vision, uses relevant data to engage in district improvement, ensures superintendent develops measurable plans, and ensures the mission and goals to all stakeholders with progress. So board members evaluating it gave us a 3.8 out of 4. And some of the comments. The board has great communication among itself. All members are respected and listened to on all subjects. The board is committed to ensuring the vision is communicated. Our board has shared commitment with it, which ensures consistency when when there's decision making for the district, and supports the district's use of strategic planning to develop and adjust our goals as necessary. Some of their greatest challenges in that area, I'm just trying to see with some of these state funding issues, continue to be a major obstacle. Staying within the confines of our budget, due to staffing limitations and funding. So those are some of our limitations. Next item is policy. Our board governs through policies that reflect local values, principles, and guides the direction and priorities of the district. So we operate as a policy-making board, review, updates, and adopts policies, provides the opportunity for feedback, adopts policies that are clear, workable, and legal, uses your policies and bylaws as a framework for the board governance, and encourages development of regulations to guide policy. So again, out of that, you get to have a 4 is the most, 0 is the least. Their average came out to 3.7. Provides guidance and direction to promote smooth operation of the district. Each policy and regulation is thoroughly vetted by our governance committee in conjunction with the superintendent. The board BOE understands the importance of district policy and is constantly discussing how they affect the district. There's a constant review and revision of policies. And as far as our greatest challenges with that, really was none. I guess the tension can arise with local boards that must follow requirements and laws by the state that sometimes conflict with community priorities. So that's one of the conflicts. Next is the third area is accountability for student achievement. The board supports a rigorous and coherent system of curriculum, instruction, and assessment, and prioritizes continuous growth for each student's academic success and well-being. So some of the areas here were models a culture of high expectations, prioritizes the use of student achievement data, reviews our student data with attention to subgroup achievements, provides for essential learning tools, approves curriculum aligned with the state, ensures fair and equitable educational opportunities, recognizes high level of staff and student achievement, and ensures communication to the public, links with our discussion. So in that, again, it was out of 4, and our average worked out to a 3.8. And when it comes to school curriculum, some of the strengths that were noted when it comes to school curriculum, the majority of the board votes to reflect the values and priorities of our community. The board focuses all its efforts in decision-making on how these decisions impact the quality of education for our students. The board is a strong advocate for transparency with the public. Discussions are held routinely with the administration on how curriculum aligns, I guess, with standards. And I think some of the same challenges is mandated curriculum that we have to follow, mandated curriculum that we don't receive any extra funding for, and always looking for new trends and advancements in education. Next area of evaluation was governance, team relationships, and accountability. Our board understands the healthy, productive relationships among members of the board and between the superintendent and the board are essential to providing effective leadership and prioritizing student success. So the areas here that were agreed on, there was quite a few. Understands our complementary roles as board members and superintendent, has a clear communication process with the superintendent, establishes and adheres to board operating norms, has an effective in-district orientation for new members, adopts explicit goals for the board, completes the annual performance of the CSA, annually evaluates its governance performance and ability to work as a team, partakes in board training and retreats, abides by School Ethics Act, maintains confidentiality on matters, meetings are focused, efficient, and provide deliberations, informed deliberations, takes collective responsibility for the board's performance, respects and supports the decision of the board majority, and exercises his authority only as board as a whole. So out of that, again, it was there was a couple more on the next page. Works together as a team, atmosphere, with trust and respect, and a committee structure contributes to the overall effectiveness and efficiency. So again, out of 4.0, the score average came out to a 3.7. And some of the greatest strengths are our committees are an effective tool for information sharing. The 9 individuals on the board respect each other's opinions, differences, and viewpoints, work together as a group and understand the importance of compromising, have an open, respectful dialogue, and being transparent with each other. How our board has a mutual respect and cooperation, which reduces conflict. Everyone's voice and opinions are heard and discussed in a respectful manner. And some of our challenges or changes: keep an open line of communication. Meetings can become one-sided, personal, and sometimes partisan, rather than taking information provided by the district. And I think that was it. I think this is the last. Might be the last. No, we have 2 more. Sorry. Number 5 is resource management and oversight. Our board is responsible, ethical, and accountable stewards of the district's money and non-monetary resources. Adopts and monitors all annual budgets, provides the public information regarding district finances, reviews audit findings, compliance with all fiscal, statutory, and regulatory requirements, monitors the district's near-term and future financial health, provides for high-quality facilities, monitors the district's near-term and future facilities needs, ensures health, safety, and security of all students and staff. So that again is at a 4.0, and our average came out to a 3.6. I think this area is one of the strengths of the board, with the assistance of the CSA and the BOE, the valuable input everyone in these areas, and the CSA. The administration is constantly looking for feedback to ensure the district is outstanding in all these metrics. Review and discussing budget recommendations is a strength. Regardless of individuals' opinions, budget remains a top priority to ensure minimal impact on taxpayers while still providing a quality education for students. The district is very transparent on the budget and planning future budgetary needs. Some of our greatest challenges and opportunities is long-term needs is a challenge, but the board is working diligently to prioritize. Open communication and trust among the BOE and community is essential to ensure the district is operating at a high level. The biggest challenge is obviously always the budget and finances. And item 6 is community leadership. Our board recognizes public education's impact on the community and understands how strong connections mean everyone is invested in successful schools. Understands collaboration begins with us. Understands as community leaders, we advocate for children in the schools. Supports active engagement with families in the community. Welcomes and respects colleagues, staff, and community and students with diverse points of view. Decisions represent the needs of the entire school community. Policies reflect our community engagement and goals and practices. Ensures the district uses multiple mediums to inform and hear from members of the community. Maintains a presence in the community. Conforms to the requirements of the Open Public Meeting Act. And again, out of that, it was a 4.0, and we were a 3.7 average. The board understands the values of strong community and welcomes their input. The board has enhanced its community and transparency this year with several new committees, sharing the board's Facebook page, and trying to engage with the public. And ensures the community understands that the goings on in the district. Okay, and then lastly, our teams just overall. Oh, great. No, that's not it. Lastly, I apologize. There was actually another. Oh, this is the actual, that's the end of the actual board itself evaluation, and this is as members evaluate their each individual individual members' contributions to the board. So this is saying the board feels that their contribution individually, not as a board. As a member of the board, I can clearly articulate the goals of the district. On that, it was a 3.7. Value learning, enhance my effectiveness through study, training, and reflection. That was a 3.5. Make every effort to attend all board meetings and come prepared to make an informed decision, 3.8. Comply with all state requirements, including training, financial disclosures, conflicts of interest, code of ethics, that was a 4. Review, understand, and evaluate the fiscal reports, including the annual audit, are used in an efficient and effective manner, that's a 3.7. Operate with a governance mindset, systems thinker with strategic focus, commitment to deep learning and respectful public matter, 3.7. Contribute toward creating a positive board culture, 3.8. Act ethically, professionally, in personal conduct, relationships with others, decision-making, stewards of the district's resources, and all aspects of district leadership, 3.8. And familiar with the board's bylaws and act in accordance with their direction, 3.5. Observe the chain of command, recognize the appropriate communication channel is through the superintendent on district matters, 3.8. Do not speak on behalf of the board in my official capacity or pursuit to my official duties unless authorized by the board. That's a 4.0. And this is just some of our overall reflective questions. What do you consider the board's greatest strengths? Greatest strengths is to listen, transparency, high expectations, fiscal discussions and transparency, working well together, focusing on collaboration, transparency, and accountability. What governance areas do you think you need to work on? Policy is always an ongoing change. Prioritize fiscal responsibility and be transparent. Finance is something we can always use training in. Finance and legal. And that is it. Sorry for the long portion. But also on with that, I'm just going to pull it up real quick. I think where I had it. There was also the board goals are incorporated with the evaluation each year. We left the same 4 goals that were there previously last year. And I guess at this time frame, we can add, take out, change. So if board members, again, want to look over the goals, we can always do that. This is the opportunity. I mean, it doesn't have to be right here now, but shortly here after this meeting, if there's goals we want to add, or if there's goals we want to change, we can do that in the near future. So that, again, and there was one other I did have to show you, or go back through, where would I put it? Here it is. So we have to compare last year to this year. So last year's self-evaluation, let me just kind of go through the measurements. So on the very first one, we were, I think, at 3.8. Last year, we were at 3.8. The second policy, we were, I think, at 3.7. We're just about the same, 3.7. Student achievement, we were at 3.3 last year. I think it again at 3.7, so we went up there. Finance, we were at 3.5 last year. I believe we went up there to 3.8. Board operations, we were at 3.4 last year. We went up there also, 3.7. Board performance, we were at 3.3 last year, and again, went up on that to 3.7. Board superintendent relationship, we were at a 3.4 last year. Went up there again, I believe, to 3.8. Board staff relationship, we were at 3.8 last year, and I believe it's either 3.8 or 3.7. And the final one was the board self, which was at 3.7 last year, and again at 3.7 this year. So we went up, I think, probably about 4 categories compared to last year. So again, congratulations to our members, and again, thank you for filling it out. You know, for us to evaluate ourselves, for leadership to evaluate the board, for the superintendent to have kind of a understanding what we're seeing and how we're viewing things in the evaluation. It helps for everybody in the whole concept here to move forward. So thank you again. Next, I guess I'll turn it back over to Dr. Latwis.
Thank you very much. So I'll start with the obvious. I'm going to run through a few updates, and then Ms. Camerata, you'll be invited up. So obviously last Friday we had an incident after school hours at the high school where we had a fire in one of our science labs. So I'd be remiss if I didn't just kind of run through and acknowledge some of the individuals. So it'll be impossible to acknowledge everybody, but in no particular order. First I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Germano, who's first on scene and partner with Barnegat PD to locate the fire within the building. I'd like to thank our first responders. There was a huge level of support that came out that night. We had a number of different state and local agencies that came here to try to get on scene as fast as possible and to try to get us back on our feet as fast as possible. So big shout out to them. I'd like to thank Tim Irons' agency and First Onsite and the number of different contractors that I can tell you arrived on Friday night and worked through the weekend, throughout the night, throughout the days. And they've been here pretty much since the event transpired. So we've had a huge outpouring of support. Again, I know I mentioned Tim Irons, but I'd like to give him another shout out. He really came on, took lead, and I mean, we had crews here within a couple hours of the event to start working on getting us back on our feet. So huge thank you to them. Huge shout out to the BHS administration, Mr. McGee, Mr. Burke, Ms. Dubeck, Ms. Camerata, the supervisors, curriculum, really everybody. We were able to kind of ascertain, work really minute by minute. This was a changing, ever-evolving scene. And I was very proud of the efforts to make sure that we had a plan in place so that we can get the students educated. We can get vocational back up and running. Food services, big shout out to NutriServe, getting that up and running. So there's a lot of moving pieces. Transportation, Ms. Vargas, the tech department for all your efforts, facilities, Dean, Kate, really have been a huge presence throughout the weekend. I know Dean and Kate basically lived at the high school for the weekend, so big shout out to you guys. Thank you. Really the admin team as a whole. I don't think there was anybody that didn't jump in and offer support or offer help or even come on scene that Friday night to help out. Big shout out to the Board of Education. Obviously we were in pretty steady contact throughout this entire event, and there was nothing but support from the Board of Ed to get us up and running. So, really this was the very definition of what we call a team effort. And when we say Barnegat Inspiring, we had this incident. It was extremely unfortunate, but I think like we have done countless times before, we were able to pick up and rally and be able to do it with minimal impact to the students, which is ultimately our goal here. So thank you to the parents and the students for your patience. Obviously, none of us, as was stated before, thought we were going back to virtual from a few years ago, but we found ourselves in that position, and everybody's really been pretty awesome throughout it. So just wanted to give a shout out to everybody. Just a brief update. As I've said, the teams have been here working since the event Friday night. There's still a lot of work to do. Believe it or not, I think the majority of the efforts right now are related around the water damage that we had after the fire. So, there's a lot of things being replaced: flooring, ceiling tiles, technology. I mean, the list goes on and on. So I know that they'll be working throughout this week and into over break next week. So, we're super optimistic that we will, hopefully get back at least to 99% of the building, get back up after break. But that obviously will be monitored, and we'll continue the communication as things kind of evolve there. So just really wanted to acknowledge everybody. Like I said, that was certainly a challenging experience. And, like I said, there was a number of people here throughout the weekend. I know I was here a lot, interacted with a lot of the different administration here. Like I said, Dean, Kate, you guys were pretty much set up a tent and lived here. So, big shout out to all you guys for getting us to where we are today. Pivoting away from that, just wanted to acknowledge some of these things were said already, so I won't spend too much time with it, but we did have our first ever Athletic Hall of Fame. I know that was something that John has been working on for many years with the committee. I know Emily Cherry played a big role in that. There's a number of individuals that served on that committee, so it's pretty exciting to kind of see that come to fruition and have that kick off. So that was, definitely a special event. We look forward to seeing where that goes in future years, and congratulations, obviously, to the first class. Congratulations to boys soccer. They qualified for the short conference tournament, which is the first time since 2019. Tara Carroll, pre-K teacher, presented at the New Jersey Association of Education for Young Children conference. So pre-K continues to do awesome things, and Tara's a good representation of that. We had Lila Turchi scored a perfect 800 on her math SAT, so that is unbelievably impressive. So big shout out to her. Stole my thunder with the marching band, so I'll just piggyback on shout out to them. They were awesome. They continue to be awesome. Thank you to the Ocean County Prosecutor's Office for their continued support of Challenge Day. So that's really pretty awesome. So thank you there. And last but not least, this Thursday, just a reminder that we do have the Special Education Strategic Planning night scheduled. So look forward to seeing everybody there. So with that being said, I will turn it over to Ms. Camerata, who's hiding in the back. All right. And now she will present our HIB self-assessment report. So without further ado.
Hello again. So this is our report reflecting back from last year. As you can see, the HIB self-assessment evaluates programming, initiatives, trainings, instruction, personnel, and procedure. So below, for 24-25, the individual school self-reports are out of a possible 78 points. So LMDS had 78, CSCS 76, JTDS 77, RLHS 76, ROBMS 76, and BHS 70. This is just a little note about the principal's preliminary determination. So this is in accordance with our policy that 55212. Prior to initiating an investigation regarding a reported incident or complaint, the principal or designee, in consultation with the anti-bullying specialist, shall make a preliminary determination as to whether a reported incident or complaint, assuming all facts are presented as true, is a report within the scope of NJSA 18A 37 through 14. So our total uninitiated investigations were 7. This is just a little slide that refers to HIBSTR. So that is our anti-bullying software program, digital HIB investigation documentation, which involves anonymous reporting, ensures accurate reporting, and aids in timeline and compliance tracking with bullying policies and mandates. Some functions include collecting and organizing incident data, generating reports indicating trends such as hotspots and repeat offenders, evaluating incidents as bullying or non-bullying behavior, auto-generating documents, forms, and letters, and backing up incident information. Here's just some curricular components of that. So we have the C3, which is the educational remedial programming for targets, offenders, and witnesses. And so that's like the social emotional learning curriculum. And then for R3, that's the post-incident investigations remediation, which utilizes videos and lessons for students pre-K to 12. I think that that one is even more pertinent because that is where they're learning about teaching the aggressor to learn the why of his actions, how the behavior adversely impacted the target and the school's culture and climate. And it also teaches the target ways to help identify the aggressive behaviors and differentiate between harassment, intimidation, and bullying from conflict. In terms of maintaining and enhancing the school climate, so No Place for Hate School, which is the Donahue School, has been designated No Place for Hate School for 5 years now. We recognize and honor student voices to help foster positive change. Some other programs and approaches throughout the district are Dillon's Wings of Change, Challenge Day, the Strengthening Families Program, the Mentoring Program, Youth Advocacy Program, the Therapy Dog Program, and the Nurtured Heart approach with staff trainers on hand. And here's just a slide about maintaining and enhancing school climate. So we have the school-wide, district-wide spirit days to promote unity and awareness, the school-wide incentives and positive behavior support initiatives, anti-bullying lessons, student of the month, random acts of kindness, staff training and ongoing professional development opportunities, Week of Respect, School Violence Awareness Week, Red Ribbon Week, and activities district-wide, small group and individual school counseling services, caring closets, assemblies such as Respect Technology and Social Media, and reading buddies and math buddies where students go to other schools to read and work with the younger students. And then we have our upstanders, which we awarded already this evening. We have the Bengal Pride acronym, which includes benevolence, effort, nurturing, generosity, acceptance, leadership, perseverance, respect, integrity, determination, and excellence in all. So 7 students are recognized monthly at the board meetings, 1 per school plus an ACES student. They're nominated by building administration, counselors, and/or teachers, and the goal is to increase upstanding behavior by public recognition and to increase positive school climates and family togetherness. And that is all. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Moving right along, I will now turn the mic over to Mr. Barbieri for our 24-25 district assessment results.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board, Dr. Latwis, members of the public, thank you so much for being here tonight. So as you know, one of our annual traditions is we report out our students' performance on various state assessments. A bunch of acronyms up there, I'll go through them, and I'm just going to take a minute to alert you to the various components of this presentation. There are 205 slides. I will not be going through all of them tonight, but I will be just kind of showing you where you can find this information so you can kind of peruse it at your leisure, and then just kind of share some highlights to celebrate all the things that we're really excited about. So NJGPA, New Jersey Graduation Proficiency Assessment. Okay, that's the one that our juniors take that they need to pass in order to be considered graduation ready. NJSLA, New Jersey Student Learning Assessment. This is a little check-in for the kiddos as they progress through their education. So that's your 3rd through 9th graders, just to get a sense of if they're keeping up with the curriculum and if they're on pace for the big Super Bowl, which is the NJGPA's juniors. Access for L's. This is a language acquisition assessment for children who, for whom English is not their primary language. So they could be brand new to this country, or they could have been living here for a while and just not maybe exposed to formal English language, course of study. And so this is a way of us determining what level of support we need to provide for them, and is additional language instruction necessary. And then DLM, Dynamic Learning Maps, that is for our most disabled learners. It's an alternate assessment. It's for children, about 1% of the population, who do not take the regular state assessments, just recognizing that because of their severe disabilities, it would not be appropriate to give them the regular state assessment, so it's an alternative assessment. Okay, so here's the different areas. As you see, it's broken down by each of the individual tests. I'm going to start with the highlights, because there's some really good highlights. We have been on a journey of growth together as an organization these past 10 to 12 years. So I would like to thank the board for sort of pointing us in this direction. When you look back to kind of where we were versus where we are now, it's truly night and day. That journey could not have been possible without the board support, without the leadership of Dr. Latwis, who's been in that seat for the majority of these past 10 years, and of course the men and women who serve our children in every capacity, from our bus drivers and our custodians to our paraprofessionals to our teachers to our counselors, our case managers, related service providers. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And there's so many caring men and women that really come together, with that theme of teamwork in order to make this possible. So looking where we're at now, and if you remember some of those lean years when I had to come up here and present some numbers that were not, ideal, and just kind of asking you guys for some patience because we've planted some seeds, and letting those seeds grow, watering and nurturing those seeds, and those programs have grown. And to go from less than 50% in math and ELA to now a majority of the students are graduation ready, that's awesome. Of course, we're not going to rest. We're going to keep going until we get to that 100%. Obviously, it would be the goal. But I think just even kind of realistically looking at where we're at and how far we've come, that's, you know, a nice moment in time to stop and kind of give ourselves a collective pat on the back for how far we have come along. So good stuff. In the area of science, so that's math and ELA. In the area of science, that test is still struggling a little bit. One of our county meetings, we had a gentleman from the Department of Ed, the Science Department, to come and speak to us. They are aware the test is challenging. They are looking at those things, and we do anticipate that, you know, with changes to NJSLA, that we will also see changes to NJSLAS. That being said, we did take some step forward, so that was great. All three tested grades did show growth. Grades 5 and 11 had the biggest, but even grade 8 kind of chipping away there a little bit. And that's what it's really about. You know, it's about creating that momentum, that positive motion forward. Success generates success, and it's that kind of flywheel theory where as you get the team moving in the right direction, those little wins start to compound and they become bigger wins. Another example of that, grade 8 math. That was the middle grades math has been an area of focus. Had a big jump forward, plus 8.2% increase in the number of students meeting or exceeding. So we always like to see that when the hard work pays off. And then an area of focus last year was ELA in the middle grades, and actually those areas have shown tremendous growth. So it's nice to see, you know, grade 6 plus 9.2%, grade 8 plus 5.4%. So it's really nice to see when we do identify, you know, an area to focus on, we're able to kind of all dig in and work collectively to boost that. Which kind of brings me to some of the areas of focus this year. You know, when you look at the NJSLA over time, it looks a little bit like the stock market. You know, it can kind of go up and down, and even though it's kind of trending in a good direction, individual cohorts or individual teachers, individual grades, individual years, you know, it can be a little rocky, a little bumpy. So we look at trends. And so much of what you'll see when you go through this presentation is longitudinal, you know, 3-year, 5-year. And we like to track, you know, how does the same cohort of children do with different teachers, and how do different teachers do, you know, year over year with different cohorts of kids coming through. So those are the types of questions that we ask. And that gives us these areas of focus, things that we're going to continue to work on. So right now, it's strengthening support for students in grades 3 and 4. We know how crucial that time period is. We always talk about, you know, first children learn to read, and then they transition from learning to read to reading to learn. Grades 3 and 4 is when you start to get some of the more difficult, you know, mathematical operations. They're learning division, they're learning fractions, they're learning a lot of these other challenging things. So that's going to be an area that we're going to want to focus on. We have fantastic staff at the Donahue School. They do an amazing job. So sometimes if we see that the test scores are slipping, we're like, okay, you know what, maybe it's just not connecting, or additional professional development is necessary, or maybe this is a cohort that has some, you know, areas of weakness. And so we're going to, you know, focus on, and I'll talk about that in a minute, of what do we do if it seems like, hey, the teachers are teaching the right stuff, the kids just aren't getting it. Oh, we have some answers for that. The class of 2028, their ELA will be a focus, as the scores for that cohort dipped twice in a row over the past 2 years. So that's one of those things that, again, when I mentioned, we might have a different group of kids, or excuse me, the same group of kids, but moving through different teachers. And if it happens 2 years in a row where the scores are starting to slide a little bit, that's the kind of thing where that's a clear indicator we need to roll up our sleeves and dig in to give that a little bit additional area of focus, a little support. Same thing for Algebra 1. We've been eagerly awaiting the expansion of iReady. iReady is now, it used to be just a K-8 program. They do have an Algebra 1 module. We have rolled that out. Thank you so much to the board for your support with that. And we do have tremendous confidence that that'll be a good long-term strategy, but it's an area of focus right now just because it's a new program and supporting the teachers in that grade level. So lots to be proud of, lots of good stuff here. But again, we never rest. We're trying to continually improve all aspects of our operation. A big part of that is our Professional Development Academy. I know the folks connected with this have tremendous pride in this program. That's something that really sets our district apart. A lot of districts will do the so-called sit and get type of mentality. So everyone comes to the auditorium, you sit there, they spend thousands and thousands of dollars on some big name presenter. They come in, they do their spiel, and then they leave. And then the teacher's like, okay, well, that was great. I'm just going to go back to doing what I've always done. Not effective. That is not our model. Our model is homegrown by us for us, where we take a look at the needs of the teachers and where that intersects with the talents and abilities that our amazing staff has. And it's done over a course of several days. And it is designed it's designed to be practical. It's designed to have a real life application in the classroom. And then there's a wraparound feature where it's, hey, we're going to teach you some new strategies or techniques, whatever the case may be. Go and try it, and when you come back to the next PD day several months later, we'll debrief, we'll see how did it go, what went well, and kind of share the experience with your colleagues so we can workshop model and kind of put all of our heads together to figure out how to to make that technique really scintillating. So these are we just had our first one in October. We're going to have the next one in February. These courses are scripted out for the folks that are in year 1, year 2, and year 3. And then, of course, any staff members in year 4 or beyond, we have more like a subscription model where you can propose if you have a talent or an ability, maybe you went to grad school for a particular skill that you want to share with your colleagues. You propose that, you write that proposal. If you can get about 15 of your friends to sign up, the course runs. And that's been incredibly powerful for letting the staff be mini experts, if you will, of sharing their abilities with the broader staff. So some really good stuff there. So that's how we support our teachers. How do we support the students? We have an MTSS, multi-tiered system of supports. And we kind of use the phrase, it's almost like the old coin sorter model, where kids need different types of support. It's not one size fits all. Some need academic support. Some need support with their attendance and getting to school regularly and on time. Some need support with some of their behavior choices in the classroom. So those are the different areas, and finding out the type of support that a child needs and connecting them to one of the many resources that we have here in the district, that is a very powerful way to go. So there's 3 tiers. Tier 1 is for everyone. Tier 2 is a little bit more targeted support, and then Tier 3 is comprehensive support. That's going to be more like your basic skills, your BSI, your pullout. It could be a behavior plan or an attendance plan, identifying what are the roadblocks that are preventing someone from being successful, and making sure that we can remove those roadblocks so that every child has an opportunity to succeed. And how do we know this works? Well, I'm going to invite you back next month to please come and join us at the November board meeting for our fall data harvest, where we, as you know, will be sharing all aspects of the district's operation and kind of pulling the curtain back so you can see the wizard and kind of how everything runs. So that's a little bit of an overview. The next about 190 something slides are every manner of graph, chart, any way you can imagine to slice and dice. As you can see here, the numbers are incredibly small font just to kind of make everything fit on this template. So this is not going to be the best format to review all this stuff. Instead, I will just share with you that you can peruse this at your leisure. A PDF of the presentation will be found on the curriculum website. That'll get posted tomorrow. So I know you're probably super eager to jump into all this stuff right now, but just kind of in the interest of time, I'll leave that here. Because you can see it's actually really quite lengthy and still happening, as a matter of fact, still going. Wow, that's a lot of data. Just really overwhelmed. It's overwhelming. Just overwhelming. Really just trying to get to the end of the presentation so I can thank everybody. And there we go. Here we go. Wrapping up. Okay. So again, please come back next month. As you can see, we have an enormous quantity of information. All kidding aside, we do use that information in the same way. A surgeon will run, multiple diagnostic tests before performing the surgery because, you need to know where to direct that scalpel. Or when you go to, bring your car to a mechanic, they'll plug it in, they'll scan the vehicle, they'll collect an enormous amount of information so they know exactly what the problem is, how to diagnose this. And that is really the model that we like to utilize. We make our changes and make our decisions like that surgeon with a scalpel, not with a big machete, just kind of blindly hacking through the jungle. And this information is our guide, is our North Star, if you will, for letting us know where we're at and where we need to get to. So thank you very much. Again, this will be posted on the website. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact my office because I clearly enjoy talking about this stuff. So I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Barbieri. I appreciate that. And with that being said, I'll turn it over to you, President Sarno.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the presentation there, Mr. Barbieri. Couple of things I just wanted to, on my end. Again, as president, it's always nice, you know, you get to speak last, but sometimes it really stinks because everything else has been covered already and talked about and congratulated and gone over and mentioned. But again, I do speak on behalf of the Board of Education, so on our end, I know Friday when Dr. Lawis had called me, it was probably 5-something, you were just getting home, ready to eat dinner, and just let me know, hey, I'm heading back to the school, something's going on, supposedly a fire. And then in communications all through the weekend, and texts and videos and everything that was going on, and keeping the board abreast of what was happening, sometimes hourly of what was going on, decision-making that was happening, you know, moving forward, kind of going through all the different scenarios and playing them out. You know, on the board's behalf, I could say, you know, times when a situation like this happens, something unfortunate, and thankfully there was nobody in the building, in the classroom, no students, no staff, that, you know, anybody got injured. But when something serious like this happens, it kind of gives you a picture of your organization or of your community, in a sense, of how they respond to things and how they handle things, especially in adverse situations. In this situation, again, I can tell you on my end, and speaking to most of the board members throughout this weekend, even up to yesterday, we were kept abreast with everything happening. We were, all decisions that were going on, the community was kept, you know, constantly. I know I reached out to Dr. Lawis probably 4 times over the weekend about different questions and scenarios that I had heard, different things I'd seen on social media, that he would update or Mr. McGee would update, to put out to you know, answer people's questions, parents' questions, students' questions. So again, from the top down, and when I look at it, an organization runs, you know, I'm a top-down guy. If the top person's doing and expectations are high, I believe everyone below them have that high expectations. And I think with this scenario that happened on Friday, it kind of shows you our administration, our staff, our community, how people from, you know, the first responders to first aid to the fire departments coming here and responding, our insurance company even. I know the county helped us out by allowing us to go virtual and doing different things. So again, to me, that's what it's about, a community coming together when something, you know, happens like this. And again, you say flawlessly, but it did. It went as flawless as we would hope something like this would happen. Nobody got hurt. Nothing serious happened. You know, everything there is replaceable. We can put it back in. Things happen. But how the situation was handled from Friday until Monday, school opening, I would say, again, I want to give everyone in the district, everyone in the community, everyone that responded, that helped, on behalf of the Board of Education, honestly, it was an A+ in our book on how things rolled out. So again, I thank you, Kate, thank you to the maintenance, thank you to the guys that I know came here Friday night and were working Saturday morning, trying to get things ready. So again, that you know, expectations, you can't ask for anything more, and how people responded within our district, within our community. So honestly, heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you on behalf of the board. Secondly, my thing is attended the Hall of Fame dinner. Got there a couple minutes late, but you know, I got there. Again, a great ceremony, greatly for the first time out there, done beautifully, John, and everyone that was associated with it from your committee. The American Legion, thank them greatly for, you know, allowing us to host it there and everything. One of the big takeaways I got from, again, the evening, just I loved hearing the stories, especially the ones that gave their speeches, of kind of where they're at now, what they're doing now, how they've achieved. And it makes me, again, as sitting a member here of this Board of Education, saying, wow, this person's doing that. They came through our school, and now look at them. This one's working here and came through our district. They went to this college and achieved this. I mean, to me, that, again, I was more taken by that and hearing their stories of what they're doing now and their families and kids and, you know, where they live. And, I mean, it was great. It was a great time. So thank you to you and your members that put that together. It was awesome. And lastly, again, I just wanted to touch on Jim's, Mr. Barbieri, presentation that he had just given. You know, you sit up here as a board member and, you know, you sometimes ask yourself, why? You know, why am I doing this? But again, when you put those numbers up there, Jim, and kind of showed 2016 to 2025, 10 years. 2016 was the first year I became president on this board. And I know what we were going through at that time. I know what the district was going through. And members that were here, you know, Doreen came somewhat after, and people that were here in the audience and involved in the community, where this district was at that time, and seeing those numbers and how it's kind of transcended to this, you know, 10 years later. It makes every mean or bad meeting or late night or crazy parent you had to deal with, it's worth it, because you know what? That's what it's about at the end of the day. It's about seeing our students advance, seeing our schools advance, seeing our district advance. I mean, over the years, you know, new high school. But I mean, I was sitting here years ago and we didn't have this high school, and you know, advocating for it. And there was others out here advocating against it. But again, seeing how this community has changed and grown, and the direction the district is going in is absolutely fantastic. So. Good to hear and good to see. So thank you for the presentation, Jim. With that, we will move on to public session.
The Barnegat Township Board of Education appreciates and welcomes public comment, advice, suggestions, especially when it's intended to assist the Barnegat Board of Education. Please feel free to speak to the board during public session. Comments and discussion will be limited to 1 5-minute period per individual unless requested by the chairperson to continue on a point of clarification. Public comment at a special meeting of the board shall be related to the call of the meeting. In accordance with the Board of Education policy, each participant must be recognized by the presiding officer and must preface their comments by an announcement of their name, address, and group affiliation if appropriate. Your anticipated courtesy to the members of the public and the board is appreciated.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to open public session, please?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Niska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Is there anybody that would like to address the board? Seeing Mr. McGee? No, right? He was standing right behind you.
Patrick McGee, Barnegat High School principal. It's not often that I get to publicly thank my staff. So I'd like to do that tonight. Of course, we had some amazing individuals, right? Every time I was here during this incident that from Friday, Dr. Latwis was here, Kate was here, Dean was here, assistant principals were here, supervisors reaching out, Lisa Vargas was out, standing in the front with us. Everybody making sure that as a team, we were going in the right direction. But after that moment, as we go into the planning phase of now what, how do we respond? Our teachers stepped up, and I couldn't be more proud of them and their effort, the way that they've responded, and going back to this dynamic position that we said we didn't want to be back into of virtual learning. But jumping on Google Meets, coming into the building, getting necessary tools and resources to make sure that our students had consistent learning. And that is the goal for all of us. So I just wanted to stand before you, and stand before the public, and give my teachers the accolades that they deserve for stepping up, being flexible, being resilient, and making this work. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McGee. Anybody else? Seeing no one? Can I get a motion to close public session, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 14 on our agenda is Finance Committee motions. We have motions 1 through 10, I believe. Need a motion to approve those 10, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Yep. Item 18 on our agenda is Athletics Committee motions. Motions 1 through 18. Motion to approve those 18, please.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 19 on our agenda is Buildings, Grounds, Transportation, and Food Services motion. Motions, we have 2. Can I get a motion to approve those 2, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 20 on our agenda is Education Committee motions. Motions 1 through 6. Motion to approve those 6, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
You. Item 21 is Education Committee information for informational purposes only, no voting. Item 22 is Governance Committee motions. We have 1 motion with 3 sub-motions in it.
Mr. Sarno,
Yes, I'm waiting.
I would like to table motion 1 in governance to the exec session.
Second.
Second.
Thank you. So we have a motion on the floor to table the Governance Committee motions until exec for further discussion. You know, roll call on that, please.
Yep. Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
And Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, so we'll move that to exec for discussion. Item 23, on our agenda is Personnel Committee motions. We have motions 1 through 18. Can I get a motion to approve those 18, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 24 is executive session. Can I get a motion to move into executive session to discuss personnel and HIB matters, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. We will be out eventually. Call this Barnegat Board of Education meeting back to order, please. Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Here.
Ms. Contanza?
Let's shake some wires, see what happens.
That's right. I think it's the wires down there that look like the...
Can you hear us?
American Sign Language?
Just give us one of these. Right?
Hello? I'm back in the break room. Oh, I can hear you.
They can hear us.
Can you hear us?
There we go. We got you.
Testing, testing.
All right, Noreen, you here?
All right, Ms.
Here.
Contanza?
Here.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Here.
Ms. Jeannie?
Here.
Mr. Hearn?
Here.
Ms. Miska?
Here.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Here.
Ms. Washburn?
Here.
Mr. Sarno?
Here.
All right.
Thank you. All right, under new business, motion number 1 to approve the monthly HIP report as presented by the superintendent in executive session. Motion to approve that, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney? Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
And Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 2 under new business is
Motion to approve at the recommendation of the superintendent, determination of employee number 450-41753 as of 10/28/2025 and as of board policy 4140.
Can I get a motion to approve that, please?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Okay.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item number 3 under new business.
Motion to approve the Barnegat Township School District Remote Learning Handbook updated for the 25-26 school year.
Motion to approve that, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
And motion number 4 under new business.
Motion to approve the second reading and adoption of the following policies 5200, 5200.1, and 5600.
Motion to approve that, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Ms. Miska?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
All right.